Now let's talk about maintenance of AEG replicas that are battery powered. Here, more specifically, we have the SSR4 Mk2, but this video will be universal for any AR-15 style replica as well, and it will consist mostly of just cleaning the barrel and the bucking, because that is the part that we need to maintain on a regular basis. If we would go into the gearbox, that is more involved and is definitely not for everyone. If you want to learn that and if you want to maintain the inside of the gearbox, please go to the disassembly and assembly video. There we will show you everything that you need to know to take this replica or your specific replica apart completely, do what you need to do on the inside and put it back together again. Here we will not go into that, but I will show you two ways how to clean the barrel. The first one will be super simple, no disassembly needed, and the second one will be a little bit more thorough. If you want to do that, I will show you how to take these two things apart and clean it from the inside. All right, let's get started with the first one. First thing we will need to do for the simple maintenance is to make sure that the nozzle is not inside of the chamber. I will show you how it looks. For that, I will need to connect the battery. Make sure if you do this that the gun is empty and it's pointing in a safe direction where you don't destroy anything. I already checked it, I fired it, so I know it's 100% safe and empty to fire it or dry fire it. If I shoot semi, you will see that a red nozzle appears. Now you see red nozzle, and this one is protruding into the hop-up chamber, which would prevent us from getting the cleaning rod all the way in onto the hop-up bucking and cleaning it properly. We want the nozzle to be all the way back. Now, if we have pre-caulking and we shoot semi, you will see that the nozzle is staying there. Now, on full auto, pre-caulking is disabled, and that will allow us to get the nozzle out of the way. So, let's switch to full auto. I fire short burst and you see that the nozzle is no longer there. Now it made space for our cleaning rod and we can start cleaning the barrel. We can unplug the battery and get into the cleaning. Here we have a NOVRITSCH cleaning kit. You will find everything that you need in there. There is the collapsible cleaning rod or the different things that we need to maintain our replicas. But if you don't have that, you can also use this cleaning rod, paper tissue, toilet paper, kitchen towel, something like that. And you will need to get yourself some cleaning alcohol. You can find it readily available in some hardware store, something like that. Or you can get the NOVRITSCH cleaning kit and have everything in a small, neat little package, but up to you. We will take the paper tissue, we will fold it twice. So it was already folded, now it's the second time. And we will cut short stripes out of it. Don't make them too thick, otherwise they could get clogged in the barrel. We will cut a couple of them like so, and now we can take it. We will thread it through the cleaning rod, and we will check that they are not too long. You don't want it to go to this thicker part, because that would cause it to stuck. This one is short enough. If yours is longer, cut it to approximately this length so it doesn't go past this point. Now what we need to do is to check our hop-up settings. We don't want our bucking to be all the way engaged, protruding into the barrel, because if we would jam the cleaning rod in there, we could potentially damage it. So find your hop-up adjustment on your particular replica and turn it all the way down. This is the safe way. If it's at 0, all the way down, not engaged at all, perfectly fine. What I want to do is to clean the bucking properly. So from 0, I will take it a little bit up. Don't go more than half of the hop-up adjustment. Keep it rather less than more. This will make the bucking protrude a little bit and it will engage with the cleaning rod properly. But if you are not sure, just leave it off. That's completely okay. We will take our rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, what have you, and we will put a little bit on all of the sides of the tissue. Wipe the excess, just make sure there is not too much on it, and we will go from the front. Put it into the barrel, there should be some friction, but it shouldn't be too hard, even squeaking. All right, and now we will check inside. Hopefully you can see it. And now I can already see the cleaning rod. Hopefully it's visible for you as well. The cleaning rod is there and moving. I'm gonna make a couple of back and forth to make sure that I'm cleaning the bucking properly. And I'm gonna remove it again. And as you can see, this particular replica needed some cleaning. The patch is super dirty, so I'm gonna remove it and I'm gonna repeat the process. Let's speed it up a little bit because it is exactly the same. All right, now it's a little bit cleaner. If you see something like this, I would recommend doing it one more time and then you are good to go. Now it's time for me to show you the other way in which we will take it apart and we will be able to clean it from the side how the BB travels, meaning that we will be pushing everything from the back to the front, just like the path of the BB. That's the way I prefer it. This one is completely fine, but the other one is a little bit more thorough and it gives us a little bit more control. And also, maybe for some reason you cannot get the nozzle to stay back. This is the way to go in that case. All right, for that we will take out this pin. Just unscrew it. Some systems might not have a screw. That's completely okay. And we will get a bigger bit that fits in there nicely so we don't damage the threads, and we will push it out. Now if you have a punch, that's the best one. You might need to tap it a little bit with a hammer, especially if it's brand new. It might be a little harder to get it out, so don't be afraid to place it on something and tap it slightly with the hammer. Now we need to slide the top part forward, but before we do that, make sure to hold the charging handle back. If the charging handle is locked, you could potentially damage it because there is a pin that prevents overextending it, but it could just rip it out. We don't want to do that. So hold it slightly back, and now we slide the handguard or the top part forward. Just like so. And now I will show you what I mean. You see, it's caught onto the gearbox. That's preventing it from going all the way out. So make sure to lift it over this little edge, and now you can freely slide it forward. All right, we can set this aside and we will take out this barrel with the hop-up unit. Don't lose this. And I'm gonna open the hop-up a little bit so that I can start seeing the bucking on the inside. You see the little nub on the left side right now. That's exactly what I want to see. And we can do exactly the same just from the other side. Now, if you are doing it from here, make sure to stop over the bucking. Twist it a little bit, go back and forth, and now push it all the way through. As you can see, the patch is already rather clean. To not make this video too long, I will call it a day. Now the barrel is 100% clean and we can put it back together. So don't forget the spring. We just basically reverse all the steps. So we slide it inside of the barrel. We check that the dust cover is still in place, engaged with the charging handle. And now we take this and we will slide it forward. It will catch on a couple of parts, so make sure you're not forcing it. Here we have the ping pong button first, so we make it slide over it. Now the barrel got a little out, so we put it back in place. If you would have the dust cover open, let me show you. If the dust cover is open like so, it will also catch here, so make sure that one is closed to make it a little easier for yourself. We will put the barrel in, and now we need to lift the charging handle over the top of this So just pull it slightly back, put it over, and now everything will click in place. Now the last part is here in the back. You need to push it down. And it clicks in place. Now before you start putting the pin in, make sure that the holes are aligned and that you can see a clear circle through it. Only now you can go ahead and put the pin back in. As you can see, it goes with the hand if everything is properly aligned. If yours is a little bit stiffer, make sure you see the circle and then tap it slightly with the hammer. Also, make sure that the flat surface here matches the flat surface on the right side. Obviously, if the pin would be twisted, you cannot hammer it down. If you do, you will break it or it will just not go in. Depends how much force you use. So make sure that is aligned first before you start using too much force. All right, last but not least, we need to put the screw back in to secure it in place, tighten it a little bit, not too much. And finally, we can put the stock back on. And that's it. Now we just cleaned and maintained our barrel for maximum accuracy. And yeah, that's it. Super easy. I hope this video helped you. See you in the next one.